Welcome back to my What Civilization Started Over series. Today we're going to be looking at we're going to be continuing to look at the scenario with World War One. So Galicia has basically lost on most fronts, and we can see this further happening as they've kind of lost most of Africa. And we can see them starting to move in, and the French, and they're going to spread out, capture another major city. They're moving from the border here. Now I've got this a bit zoomed in, so I can't see that well what I'm doing. And anyways, the French are going to capture more major cities. The Galicians aren't doing that well really anymore in their colonies. They've basically fully focused on their mainland. You can see that as Rome starts to dramatically move down here. Crud. Oh my god, look how close similar Rome's colours look. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's basically they're just they're doing ridiculously well. And the French, they're gonna meet up with the Romans over here. And basically it's gonna fall over to the French. Oh crud. I've got a peak background though, don't I? Haha. Anyways, with all the other front lines collapsed. Oh. Shh. You didn't see anything. Yeah, moving back over to Iberia. They're kind of exhausted, but the triangles, they've got a lot of manpower to draw from, a bunch more than the Galicians do, as they've lost all their colonies. That's a massive morale loss for them. But anyways, they capture another city, but then the Catalonians are going to come and take it right back. They're going to start moving back in, getting back to this border. The French up here, they're ruthless. They're going to continue moving into a Basque region. They have massive morale. They have this amazing morale. Crap. Boost. Galicia's had such an interesting thing. If anyone made an animation for me of Galicia's expansion, that'd be so tough. Anyways, oh my god, the French, they've got this really high morale now, and they're moving in, and they'll capture another major city out here. Yeah. Anyways, the Catalonians, they're gonna use this as their time to shine, as they're gonna move in, and they're gonna go and take out this border region. And I believe this is the right color for them. Is it this? Here it is. Good. And anyways, yeah, basically the Catalonians, they're gonna start moving in as well, matching the Frenchie's pace, as they kind of end up having one collective front line. Anyways, we're gonna see the Catalonians play really well, and when they start getting over to the central Iberia parts, they're the Catalonians armies basically opened with welcome arms, because the central Iberians, they're treated as lessers than the Galicians, because they're not Galicians. It's very unfair what's happening in here. Anyways, we're going to see them continuing to move in, moving a bit south now, and they're going to the Galicians are going to fumble really badly. Their general's going to screw up. And these guys, they're going to start curling around, and also from the border, and they're going to go out and capture this major city here. So that's kind of tough. Anyways, the blue team, they're going to do the same as they push out these guys. And I wonder, is the blue team's color too similar to England? Oh my god, it's the same color. Fun fact, did you know that I almost made Britain be the daily update place? while I was because I had to do episode 6 like 3 times before I posted the current one. Anyways, the blue team's gonna start moving in now. This is when we see the North African Union joining in the war because they're like, oh yeah, Galicia's collapsing. This is in essence free land, and they earn all the rights to do so because as you can see here, they've like this is like the Gibraltar region is their ethnic region as well. So they earn all the rights to be doing this. And yeah, we can see them moving in over here using their navy. They've been building up ever since episode 13. Their navy, everything. They have the happiest people in their colony in the world, and their colony is like really well ran because Shrup was quite easy to get to, unlike let's say Rome, who has to go, or well, I guess Rome could be going like that, but whatever. They have really happy people in their colony, anyways. They're one of the nicest people, so they're met with open arms. Also, considering the fact that this is their religious zone, anyways. So this is essentially the collapse of Galicia. They're falling over to 4 outside invaders now, and we'll be seeing the blue team continuing to push in here, and they'll be capturing all of this land, moving all the way over to South Galicia. There's a region here. There used to be a country here, and that's like it's now like its own region. It's called South Galicia. Anyways, the blue team will spread out, catch another major city, and these guys they'll start moving into core main Galicia. So that's not good. Galicia has like no morale left, and I just realized Galicia's like most populated like cities, probably not even in its capital. It's probably over here in Lisbon, actually. So that's weird. Anyways, the red team's gonna meet up with the Atlantic coast. They haven't had that like mainland Atlantic coast access for ages, like hundreds upon hundreds of years. Anyways, these guys are gonna move in. Blue team's gonna move in, but then they're gonna be cut off by the North Africans who have fresh troops. They're ready to move in. They'll capture this region, and the red team will capture here. And eventually Galicia will be surrendering over to France. This is the ending of World War One. Jeez. That was fast. Anyways, I'm gonna do a peace treaty. I'll be right back. Hour and a half to do, but in a peace treaty, we'll be seeing that Rome and Mexico will be expanding greatly, as they'll be like taking this massive chunk out of here, and the United States of Florida will be getting given a lot of land up here, and the rest of Cuba. That's nice. France will already be gaining one province out of here, but that's but that's because they gained the really valuable colony of New England up here. Moving over to Iberia, you can see that is quite interesting. North African Union, they gain this bit here, which is basically their whole ethnic base, whatever. Central Iberia will be gaining independence, and we can see Catalonia becoming chunkier again. I think they expanded quite a lot. Can't really remember though. I think they did. I'm not too sure. Anyways, we've seen that these guys will be expanding a bunch into here as well. South Galicia will be gaining independence, and so will Biscay. Biscay team's back again, guys. Yeah. But this is just Galician core territory, and it just shows you how big they really got. Moving away from here, we'll be seeing that Nigeria will be gaining independence, and anyways, down here, these guys they gained a pretty good chunk out of this land here, and South Africa, the Cape Colony, here got independence. And France is the big boy of Africa now. Yeah. Anyways, down here we just see that France will be fully annexing these territories. But, like, the ethnic map of Africa, bro. Why? Why, Lord, why? Anyways, I think that's the entirety of the peace treaty. Just remember, this took me 1.5, 2 hours, so I'd really, really appreciate if you guys subscribed. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe. I don't usually beg like this, but I need this. This took like 2 hours off my afternoon. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.